We are leaders in warfare analysis. Through this, we provide valuable insights to the Navy of today and the one envisioned for the future.
So mission analysis is trying to assess technologies at the platform level. We want to know whether or not that technology is going to make an impact on the mission and whether or not we should be investing our time and efforts and resources into that technology.
Do I need to design a different type of submarine, 30 years in the future? And if I do, what does it need to look like? What attributes? How fast does it need to go? How good do the sensors need to be?
How do we mitigate the risks, the issues that are going to come up in a way before we get out there?
And we're trying to help the Navy determine whether or not they should be investing their time and efforts into integrating that technology and whether or not it makes a difference for the warfighter.
Where do we need to improve? Will we be able to achieve our mission goals?
We tend to have customers, stakeholders come in with a question that they need answered.
We try to employ tools and techniques like wargaming, workshops, and modeling and simulation in order to assess their questions and evaluate whether or not the technologies in question are worth the investment.
So a workshop is essentially an event that we bring in a ton of people. It can be engineers, operators, stakeholders, scientists. They come into a room, normally for about 3 days, and we walk them through questions and scenarios.
We want to try things. We want to understand that if they're going to work or not work, particularly if they're not going to work, we want to understand that quickly so we can try something else. We want to do it before we either spend millions of dollars in an at-sea test or have to commit human lives to a conflict.
It's a significantly less amount of time and effort and money and all of these things to simulate it in the lab.
So if we want to achieve a mission outcome, we have to look at all the interdependencies between the people and the systems involved.
We were to have a massive theater engagement, what would happen? And we take those and we analyze them to give the best advice to the decision makers.
The threat is constantly changing, and so we have to stay vigilant. We are always updating our assessments to ensure that we are incorporating the most up-to-date information and assessments of the threat.
We're constantly trying to pace the threat. So what's changing is the environment is changing, the threat is changing, so we need to update capabilities to address those threats.
They come to us because we have connections to the fleet, we have connections to the intelligence offices, and to the engineers.
We are the experts in undersea warfare.
We are the ones who put it all together and answer the tough questions that the Navy has.
And at the end of the day, wars aren't fought between machines. Wars are fought between people who sit on ships and are making decisions. It's fought between people who are trying to use military force to achieve their objectives.
I see the future of our department just continuing to grow. The demand is increasing. Our team has been embracing all of the challenges, incorporating new techniques. It's all about warfighting excellence to help the fleet succeed in every mission.